You should check out the Tim Pool tweet where he tries to make frontline workers out to be the bad guys during the pandemic. Yeah, I saw the tweet. Oh, God, those tweets are so stupid. Why does everyone care about this so much? I don't know. It's just... Okay, since everyone's talking about it, this went, like, viral on Twitter. Not the tweet itself, but, like, discussion about it. People are dying right now. Families are barring entries to the hospitals. Nurses and doctors are dancing on the grave of the dead while you can only watch from a distance. Comic credit G Prime 85. And G Prime 85 is the guy who did that really, really funny... if you don't vote for me, you ain't black comic, but he's kind of like a Trumper, so whatever. He's a fucking moron. Huge waste of talent, by the way. Great art. I'll miss you, Dad. I only wish that I could have held your hand one last time. And then all the doctors are dancing in the background. So, okay, it's beautiful art. That's great. It's a good comic. It sells the message. What's the actual message? The guy who drew it is a Nazi? I don't know if he's a Nazi. I know he's like a dumb fuck, but I don't know if he's a Nazi. Anyway, here we go. We make my camera bigger. Isn't the artist a Nazi? Is he actually a Nazi? Is there like Jew posting going on from that guy? Look, I don't care. The point that I'm laboriously trying to get to, okay, is that this is stupid as fuck. So the reference here is that there were some frontline workers who did a little synchronized TikTok dance. And basically everyone's super mad that they did it, okay? That's basically it. That's literally the entire thing. It's like of the hundreds of thousands of frontline workers in this country, I think, I don't know the exact numbers, like a couple of them did a little dance, and now it's nurses and doctors are dancing on the grave of the dead. This is stupid as fuck. Tim Pool, you know this is dumb as fuck, right? I know you have the posture for your audience, and I know the big line here is that like COVID lockdowns are bad when they inhibit your abilities, but they're good when they keep Black Lives Matter protesters inside and blah, blah, blah. But like, you know this stupid shit. There's no relationship between these things. There are actually people in the tweet section here who are saying stuff like, oh yeah, here we go. Did you know during once-in-a-100-year pandemics, it's very common for doctors and nurses to have the time and space available to learn complex dance routines and post them to the internet? Stay home, stay safe. This is incredible, okay? There are actually people who believe that over the course of a pandemic that has gone on for 9 months, I don't know how complex the dance routine is, by the way. I'm not certified to verify. I don't know. I'm not good at dancing. Over the course of a pandemic that's gone on for 9 months, when there are literally hundreds of thousands of people in this country who are involved in the healthcare process, for then, like, the fact that 5 of them got together, like, you do realize they take coffee breaks, right? Like, you do realize they go home and jerk off, right? Like, are you like hovering outside the window of a fucking nurse and he's like furtively masturbating after a 14-hour shift and you're like, hey, I thought we were in a pandemic, bucko. Hey, how you got time for that? What the fuck are you talking about? This is as stupid as shit. It's like, that's literally what this is. It's like, get back to what, like, look, if your argument is that it's tasteless to be like a doctor or a nurse and do a little dance on TikTok, you're also a fucking idiot. What, because we're in a pandemic, you can't have fun while wearing scrubs? Shut the fuck up, okay? Jesus Christ. You would never hold that standard to anybody else. But the argument that, like, this is in some way, like, dancing on the graves of the dead, this is insanely emotionally charged language from propagandists like Tim Pool. It's really fucking dumb. Now, if your argument is that you should be able to see dying family members in the ICU, I don't know, maybe that is too strict. Maybe we could give you like a hazmat suit. Maybe that'd be a good idea. Like maybe the hospital has like the death suit, you know? And you can wear the death suit to go visit your dying relatives, okay? And they stuff you in the death suit and it's hazmat, head to toe, and then you go over there and you hold their hand through the death suit, okay? I don't know. I'm spitballing here, okay? Yeah, I don't know if it's worth, I don't care. But the point is, like, that conversation is completely divorced from the dancing TikTok dudes. This comic is actually funny, though. Well, I mean, the comic is well done, yeah, but we're not critiquing, like, the paneling or the artwork or anything like that. The issue is that they're two completely unrelated things. And the problem is, if the people in the comments weren't, like, actually unironically mad about this, well, there are a lot of people who are in the counter jerk, too, so I don't know. There's a lot of discourse going on. That it wouldn't be that much of an issue. It's really about, like, the response, right? So what market is that comic meant to appeal to? It's meant to appeal largely to the types of people who think COVID's been over-exaggerated from day one, but who are also willing to condemn frontline workers for not working hard enough. It's essentially meant to appeal to people who have internally contradictory views about the severity of the virus, which means that, and if you're already dealing with people who have a fundamentally irrational perspective, you can connect any two things and they'll clap, you know? Aren't they ostensibly dancing for joy because we're getting a vaccine and they're about to go back to only working 12 hours a day instead of 20? Like, how is it bad to be dancing for joy that a life-saving medication is coming? I don't even know the context of the dance. If that's the context of the dance, like they're actually happy because the vaccine is coming, do you guys know, is that actually why they're dancing? Or like the tag underneath was like about the vaccine? No, they were just dancing for fun. I'm getting contradictory info. It doesn't really matter to me. It's a stupid thing to get mad about. But that's being a conservative like Tim Pool. It's healthcare, education, military spending, little problems. Maybe focusing a little problems. Cancel culture. Critical race theory. Doctors dancing in a TikTok. These are what require extensive, dedicated, angry investigations. I will not rest until critical race theory, a thing I can't define, has been eradicated from the public discourse, which is not an authoritarian position of mine to completely eliminate federal investment in a particular type of learning or academic investment. That's not an authoritarian position. I'm very angry about that, even though I can't define what it means exactly. And I'm very angry about some doctors dancing. But like 300,000 people dead because Trump objectively mishandled a vaccine and we're doing worse than almost every other country in the world. You don't really know how things could go in other countries. You don't really know. It's not possible to know. It's really Weasley. It's incredibly stupid. How do you even talk to Tim Pool? He brings up random anecdotes in like every single conversation. Unfortunately, that's going to be like engaging with most people. That's one of the reasons why Tim Pool is really, really popular. Tim Pool doesn't try to come to you as like the academic or like the educated lecturer. Like he never comes off preachy or anything like that. He comes off kind of like a Joe Rogan, like he's just like disaffected with the way things are, but it's a calculated exercise. Because even though like Tim Pool comes off like he just has some nitpicks or like bugs with the way things work and he's angry about it because that's not right, he actually is like incredibly well crafted and calculated like talking points that he's rehearsed down to a T. He can tell you every single conspiracy point about Obamagate, but I bet you he couldn't tell me a single thing about like the congressional spending bill that got passed. Do you think Kyle Kulinski does the same thing? I don't think that Kyle Kulinski is even in the same tier. I think that Kyle Kulinski does have some issues with the way he presents information, but yeah, it's not on the same level. It's almost an insult to compare them. I think Destiny said Kyle Kulinski is worse than Tim Pool. I think that's insane. I think that's some Spitestiny rage going on right there. Because that's a silly thing to say. Kyle fucked up the recent Klobuchar thing. What you have to understand is that the reason why we sometimes come off harsher against the left is because we have higher standards for them. When you talk about people on the left and you see them like say something really, really dumb, it hurts because you expect them to do better or because they're close to the right answer. When you go to the right, every single thing the conservatives say in this country is fucking idiotic. It's not even comparable. Like if you actually look at the sheer volume of shit going on right now, like you can think like, dude, online lefties are crazy. They have no idea that there's no relationship between Pelosi and the $600 bill pass. But then you look over at the right and they're all like running around beating each other to death with billy clubs, like engaging in cannibalism. Like it's the degree of engagement is not even fucking comparable. They're in different universes. So I don't think it's fair to compare them. Even the worst faith lefties, even the most delusional worst faith lefties, really pale in comparison. With the exception of people, by the way, who aren't lefties. So I'm leaving out like super crazy tankies or Jimmy Dore or whatever. Here's another comic with the same punchline. Well, this is from the same artist guy, right? Oh yeah, here you go. This guy's really milking it too. This is the original artist. See, it's the same thing. Here's some American troops going forward, and one of them gets blown up. I'm hit medic, but then all the medics are dancing. I like the implication here. The implication here is that those TikTok doctors who were dancing were doing a dance when they literally could have been saving a person. I think that's what this idiot artist actually like believes, you know? He actually thinks like there was a life-saving like surgery they needed to do, and then all the doctors ran out into the courtyard and were like, "Okay, ready?" And they all did their little thing, as opposed to them being on like their lunch break. If there's some evidence the doctors did that surgery and that it led to, or sorry, that they did that dance and like there was some surgery they missed or something like that, then I would love to see it. But, yeah, I don't know. It's such a waste of talent, dude. It sucks so much. Okay, so this is like sexualized art. So the people, those of you who are triggered by this, like, fuck off, I don't care. The art is actually like so nice. This person is so talented. It's such a goddamn shame, dude. Yeah, very thick. Read donos? We'll read donos after we talk about cancel culture. Then we'll read donos, okay? Shut the fuck up. All right. We have to do it. We have to do it. It's important. The only righty capable of art. Yeah, most political cartoonists aren't really good artists on their own. They're just good at a single style, or they're very representative with a given style. Being actually good at art is a different skill. Well, I guess that's a little bit pompous. It's not actually good at art. It's good at traditional illustration. Isn't Stone Toss a Nazi? Nico Sam, you've been around long enough to know for a fact that Stone Toss is absolutely a Nazi. About BLM, Tim Pool said you have guts? What? Wait, what? Okay. Okay. Oh, damn. Hassan got 22K likes on this. This is perhaps the most deranged POV I've ever seen from those who regularly contributed to COVID becoming a much larger problem. It's not the fucking frontline workers that get people to not take COVID seriously. Yeah, very true. Oh, he's getting ratio down here. Using COVID as an excuse to avoid coming on a show when Vosh and Hunter did come on is a good mask for fear. If Vosh gets on, he's allowed to be scared. Hey, my man, Tim. I take back all the negative things I said about you, okay? Thank you. Wait, what? I'm sorry, this is the last one. Stop linking me. What is the message behind this? My life matters. What a cute kid. His life matters. His life matters. His life matters. And they run with money. Oh, I see. And then they set the city on fire or something. I get it. Ignoring the fact that Black Lives Matter is supported by like the vast majority of black people. You can ignore that for your narrative. It's very convenient to ignore that. That's a narrative they love pushing. Actually, we're in favor of the black people, the poor black people who happen to live in those communities whose lives have been demolished by the couple of buildings that burned, but we're going to pretend it was entire cities that burned. Yeah. All right, nice, man. That's enough. The funny thing is, I didn't actually know anything about this artist when I went there, and Tim Pool has like fucking 20 of his paintings framed in his studio. No kidding. And he was like, unironically, trying to sell me on the idea that this guy was a centrist. I was looking around, and the ones that Tim Pool has up are mostly like neutral ones. They're ones making fun of Biden, but fuck, we make fun of Biden. And they're ones like about Joe Rogan and stuff like that. And like, okay, but then I like went home and took a look at the artist's Twitter, and it's crazy far right shit. And it's actually a really good indication of Tim Pool himself. It's actually really reflective of that guy. So I appreciate that. He's very tonally consistent. You know what I mean? The You Ain't Black one is hilarious, though. Yeah, it's really fucking funny, dude. But that's how they get you. They get you by making you laugh. That's why we got to make people laugh. People follow things that make them laugh. In fact, they might follow that more than anything else. They follow things that make them laugh and, you know, walk away from things that make them afraid. People are very beholden to emotional impulses. If you make being on the left fun, oh, we have to talk about that. Oh, God, I keep putting it off. There's a reason I keep putting it off, too.